What if you've been leaving your biggest weapon unused every single night? What if the difference between the people who achieve their dreams and the people who don't isn't harder work, it's how they program their mind while they sleep? Right now, you're spending 1/3 of your life in a completely vulnerable state. Your conscious mind, the part that doubts, the part that judges, the part that tells you what's impossible, is completely offline. And in that state, your subconscious is more receptive than it's ever been. Think about this. Everything you believe about yourself, everything you think is possible, everything you think is impossible, none of it is actually true. It's just a program. A program that was installed, mostly without your permission. A program that you can change. When you fall asleep to intentional programming, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're erasing the old limitations and installing new potential. And because it's repetition, because it's night after night, it doesn't just become a thought, it becomes automatic. It becomes who you are. For 3 hours while you sleep, your mind is working on a frequency your conscious mind can never reach. It's absorbing new beliefs about what you can achieve. It's reshaping your identity. It's reprogramming every automatic thought, every instinctive decision, every default behavior. This is how success actually works. Not willpower, not luck, subconscious programming. And the only question is, are you going to take control of what's being programmed into your mind, or are you going to let someone else do it? Stay with me as I show you exactly how to reprogram your sleeping mind for everything you desire. What if everything you've been taught about success is incomplete? What if the missing piece has been available to you every single night, but you've been sleeping right past it? Think about this. You spend 1/3 of your life asleep. That's roughly 25 years of an average lifetime. Most people consider those hours wasted. But what if those are actually your most powerful, most transformative hours? What if that's where real change happens? Your conscious mind is like a fortress. It's built walls over decades. It protects your current identity. It tells you what's possible and what's impossible based on everything that's already happened. But your sleeping mind? Your sleeping mind has no walls. It has no defenses. It's pure, raw potential. When you fall asleep, something extraordinary happens neurologically. The critical part of your brain, the part that judges, that doubts, that says, "You can't do that," goes offline. The filters drop, the barriers dissolve, and in that moment, your subconscious becomes more receptive than it's ever been during your waking hours. This is the only time your mind can truly be reprogrammed because there's no resistance, there's no internal argument, there's just acceptance. Your subconscious doesn't think like your conscious mind. It doesn't argue. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't ask questions. It simply accepts what you feed it and goes to work. It's like the most obedient, most efficient servant you could ever hire. Except you haven't hired it. You've been neglecting it. You've been letting random thoughts, anxieties, and fears program it instead. Here's what most people don't realize. You're already being programmed. Every advertisement you see is designed to program your subconscious. Every news story, every social media post, every conversation is subtly programming your beliefs. External forces have been programming your mind since birth. The only question is, are you going to let them continue unchallenged, or are you going to take control of the process? When you fall asleep to intentional, carefully crafted programming, you're essentially uploading a new operating system into your mind. You're erasing the old programs that have been holding you back and installing new ones that move you forward. And because you're doing it 1,000 times, 2,000 times, through weeks and months of consistent repetition, these new programs don't just become thoughts, they become automatic. They become who you are. Think about how you drive a car. At first, it required total conscious attention. Every movement, every decision had to be deliberate. But through repetition, driving became automatic. Your subconscious took over. You could drive while thinking about something completely different. This is the power of subconscious programming. This is how new beliefs become unshakable. This is how new behaviors become default. Your entire life right now is running on subconscious programming. The person you are, the choices you make, the opportunities you see or don't see, the relationships you attract or don't attract, all of this is determined by your subconscious programming. and that programming was mostly installed without your permission. But what if you changed that? What if starting tonight you took deliberate control of your subconscious? What if 3 hours of consistent programming, night after night, week after week, became your secret weapon, your hidden advantage that separates you from everyone else? Your subconscious is running the show. The question is, are you going to direct the show, or are you going to let someone else? For 3 hours while you sleep, your mind is processing on a level your conscious mind can never reach. It's absorbing, accepting, integrating new beliefs about who you are and what's possible for you. It's rewiring your neural pathways. It's reshaping your self-image. It's reprogramming your automatic responses. It's steering your entire nervous system toward your goals. When you wake up, you won't feel different. The change is too subtle for your conscious mind to notice at first. But your subconscious noticed. It's been working. It's been adjusting. It's been moving you forward in ways you'll only recognize weeks and months later. This is how people transform their lives. Not through willpower, not through conscious effort, not through hoping and wishing, through systematic, consistent reprogramming of their subconscious mind while they sleep. Your sleeping mind holds unlimited potential. It holds the blueprints for every version of yourself you could ever become. Every successful person you've ever admired used this tool. Every champion, every achiever, every person who's accomplished the impossible first programmed their subconscious while they slept. Tonight, you have a choice. You can go to sleep letting your mind wander where it will. You can let the same old anxieties, the same old doubts, the same old limitations continue running. Or you can take control. You can deliberately feed your subconscious the exact suggestions, affirmations, and visualizations that move you toward everything you truly desire. Your life isn't going to change because you want it to. Your life is going to change because your subconscious believes it can change. And that belief is installed through repetition, through consistency, through programming your mind during the hours when your critical resistance is completely offline. 3 hours might sound like a long time, but it's literally the most valuable time you'll spend. Because in those 3 hours while you sleep, you're doing more to transform your life than most people do in weeks of conscious effort. What if the difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people isn't dramatic transformation? It's tiny, imperceptible changes happening consistently over time. This is the law of accumulation, and it's the real secret to all lasting success. One night of sleep programming probably won't change your life. 1 week probably won't either. Even 1 month might show only subtle differences. But 3 months? 6 months? A year of falling asleep to consistent, powerful programming? That's when something remarkable happens. Your entire reality shifts. Your circumstances change. Your relationships change. Your opportunities change. Your results change. This happens not through dramatic breakthroughs, but through the almost invisible accumulation of small changes. Every night you sleep, you're making tiny neurological adjustments. Your self-image shifts slightly. Your automatic thoughts shift slightly. Your automatic behaviors shift slightly. These tiny shifts are so small that you might not notice them for weeks, but they're compounding. They're layering on top of each other. They're building momentum. This is how a person goes from broke to wealthy, not through one massive opportunity, but through thousands of tiny, consistent decisions that money programming made automatic. This is how someone goes from lonely to surrounded by incredible relationships, not through one chance meeting, but through thousands of tiny interactions that confidence programming made natural. This is how a person goes from sick to healthy, not through one miraculous cure, but through hundreds of tiny choices that health programming made automatic. Most people fail because they expect dramatic results from casual effort. They expect their life to transform after listening to one motivational speech. Then when it doesn't, they conclude it doesn't work and give up. But success doesn't work that way. Success is the natural byproduct of consistent subconscious programming. Your subconscious is the most powerful force in your life. It controls your daily habits, your automatic thoughts, your default emotional responses, your instinctive decisions. If you consistently program it toward growth, achievement, and success, it will automatically steer your entire life in that direction. Not overnight, not dramatically, but absolutely, inevitably, persistently. One day you'll wake up and realize you're living a completely different life. You'll have different habits, different relationships, different results. And you won't remember the exact moment things changed, because the change was too gradual to notice. But it happened. It accumulated. It compounded. And it all started because you took control of what your subconscious was programming while you slept. What you're about to do isn't just about better sleep. It's about taking control of the most powerful force in your life, your subconscious mind. Every night you use this programming, you're making an investment in yourself that compounds over time. The results won't be dramatic overnight. They'll be subtle at first, but they'll be real. They'll accumulate, and eventually, they'll completely reshape your reality. The person you'll become is being created right now, tonight, by what you allow your mind to absorb while you sleep. Choose wisely. Choose deliberately. Choose to reprogram yourself toward everything you're meant to achieve. Before you go, I want to say this. Thank you for believing that change is possible. Thank you for being willing to invest in yourself. Thank you for having the courage to reprogram your mind when so many people never will. Your commitment to this tonight puts you in the top 1% of people actually doing something about their future. Most people know about this. Very few people act on it. The fact that you're here, that you're listening, that you're willing to fall asleep to this programming, that means something. That means you're serious about your life. That means you're ready. And I want you to know, the universe rewards people who are ready. Good luck on your journey. Your best version is waiting for you on the other side of this programming. Go achieve it. You've got this.